What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is your AEW Revolution 2024 preview stream. What is going on, everyone? We are live now here on multiple platforms. We are live on the Around the Point Network YouTube channel. We're also live over on the Twitch, and we're also live over on YouTube as well. If you're on the YouTube channel, hit the subscribe button down below. Give the video a big old thumbs up. Share it through social media. Wherever it is you share a video with all your friends, and hit the thumbs up, hit the bell notification, be notified when we go live every single time here on the channel. But what is going on, everyone? That's right, I am solo today. I am doing this alone here, guys. What's going on? I'm Steve. What's going on, everybody? It is Friday, May the 1st, March the 1st. Holy shit. I wish it was May already. Holy crap. I wish it was May. It is March 1st, 2024. It is Friday. SmackDown just ended only moments ago. I did say we'll be doing this live. Now, I'm solo today. Normally, the gang would be here. But yeah, today I'm doing this solo. All right. Again, if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button down below. Give this video a big old thumbs up. Share through social media. If you guys want to feel generous and help out the channel here, you can leave us a super chat. It does help out the channel. And as well, if you want to become an ATP channel member, you get to join us. Again, it's only $2.99 a month, and you get bonus content, access to channel member only streams, and all that fun stuff that comes with it. But yeah, I'm that dude named Steve. Revolution is this Sunday, live on pay-per-view. AEW's I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm looking at this card. It looks stacked. I feel like they've took their time building this card up. They didn't rush anything. They didn't put anything at the last minute like previous pay-per-views. It's like Tony has finally took to consideration what some fans have been saying for a long time. That's what it feels like. And good on him. Good for him. If you have questions and all that fun stuff, feel free to drop in your questions as well. But let me know in the chat, which match are you most excited for on the show? Again, the big pitch of the show is it's Sting's retirement match. It's Sting's final wrestling match of his career. And we all know Sting over the years has had a legendary career, right? Legendary. In WCW, in the Fed, right? But TNA, and obviously now in AEW. He's been already in numerous promotions, right? Has done a lot of things, and rightfully so. I'll give AEW credit here. They did the right thing with Sting. They're giving him the proper send up. Not only that, he's retiring as champion. Let that sink in for a sec. He's retiring as champion, right? Well, that is if he wins, of course, right? But he's going into his final match as a champion. If that was in your bingo card in 2024, congrats. But also on the show, you do have the triple threat for the AEW World Title between Samoa Joe, Swerve Strickland, and that liar Hangman, Adam Page. You have Deonna Purrazzo versus Toni Storm for the AEW Women's World Title. You also have Eddie Kingston defending the Continental Championship against Bryan Danielson, and so many other matches we'll get into as well. All right. Again, feel free to drop in the chat what match you're looking forward to and all that fun stuff. So there's that as well. Just to remind you guys as well, there will be a post show Sunday after the pay-per-view. There will be a post show here on the channel. All right. Just to give you guys the heads up, there will be a post show here on the channel once the show is over with. So let's get on with the show. Let's get on to this. Let's get the ball rolling here. Gosh darn it. Let's get the ball fucking rolling here. Let's do this, shall we? I literally 1 second here. I do. Here we go. I have the match card here, right? So I think it's about that time, ladies and gentlemen. Uh, without further ado, um, I think it's that time, guys, that it's important here that
let's fucking go.
Let's get this going, shall we? I'm also gonna read Chase's predict because Chase also gave predictions. Even though he's not here, he left me messages here. What will be his predictions as well? So we're gonna read that also here on the stream as I'm giving my predictions and all that stuff. All right. So we were going to get originally Meat Madness, right? Between Powerhouse Hobbs, um, Wardlow, and I believe as well Lance Archer, right? But Tony Khan at the last minute decides to pull away. Hi there. Are you doing you're on it right now. You're looking at it, Hassan. You're looking at it right now. This is the preview. But originally it would be a Meat Madness match. Tony Khan did say in the media call earlier, I think yesterday, that because the fans were chanting, the word meat during the Miro versus Powerhouse. Was it Miro? Was it Miro and Powerhouse that went at it? Was it Miro? Oh, no, it was Wardlow. I believe it was Wardlow versus Powerhouse, right? I believe that was the match or something like that. I forgot which one it was, but still, they were chanting meat. And because of that, Tony listened and he wanted to make this match with all powerhouse people, basically, big people, basically. But there was a lot of injuries that took place. Like, we were going to get more people added to the match. They were going to add Miro. They were going to add Keith Lee, for example, but it didn't come to be. It didn't happen. So because of that, Tony Khan decided to put Meat Madness on ice, back in the freeze before the meat rotted and all that stuff. So now we are getting an 8 all-star, 8-man scramble. Now, I know on the graphic you see 6 people, right? You see Chris Jericho. You see Powerhouse Hobbs, who was supposed to be originally in the Meat Madness match, along with Lance Archer and Wardlow. Someone give him his protein shake. Again, 3 guys that were supposed to be in the Meat Madness match. You have FTW champion Hook, and of course, Brian Cage was also going to be put in the match, and it didn't come to be, right? I know right now Rampage is happening, and I know that they're doing a match to determine who is going to be added to the match. And I think also tomorrow on Collision, I know both matches are already taped. But again, it's right now something's happening on Rampage, and everyone already knows.
The hashtag AEW Rampage after it. Like, no one's watching that, dude. Yeah. Stop.
I think it's one of the AAA guys, my bad, one of the CMLL guys whose name I forgot. Again, you want to add some representation from CMLL in this match, considering that you do have this relationship. So why not, right? And you also have, I think on Collision, I think it was Dante Martin who won. So yeah, you could have added Rick. You could have added, I don't know, Ricky Starks. You could have added, I don't know, Jay White. But no, instead we're getting this, right? And again, it's a way to get Jericho on the show. And by the way, I think Excalibur said this on the preview. The winner of this match will get a shot at the AEW World Title. Now, listen, you guys already know the Undisputed Kingdom is damaged goods right now, and you need something for them to bounce on, right? Some momentum. And I know Adam Cole did say that Wardlow, in his whole prophecy, right, for the Undisputed Kingdom, Wardlow will win the AEW World Title and give the title to Adam Cole. So if we're going to go by all this, I'm going to say Wardlow gets the win here. Wardlow wins, and that's what's happening here. That's just my opinion already. But let me read you Chase's prediction here, because I know Chase also wrote something here. So let me read you guys what Chase basically wrote for his prediction here. But this is what he wrote in quote here. This is from the words of Chase Oliver. Sounds like something I would order from Denny's. Got my man Wardlow. So we're both going with Wardlow here. All right. So we both think Wardlow wins the match. All right. Hassan writes, I vote for Wardlow. Fine. Rightfully so. That's fine. From there, we go on to the tag team match between FTR and Claudio Castagnoli and John Moxley. Almost called him Dean Ambrose. Can you imagine that? Just the outrage of all you on the internet. How dare you call him by that name? They had a match a couple of weeks ago. It was great for what it was. I know they had also a 6-man tag. Was it this past Thursday on Dynamite? It was FTR and Eddie Kingston versus the 3 men of the Blackpool Combat Club of John Moxley and Claudio and Bryan Danielson. And we all saw what happened in that match. And listen, this will be probably that match. Again, it's FTR, right? You're going to get a good tag team match when you have FTR involved, right? Pretty sure John Moxley will bleed. Claudio will do some crazy move that people will go insane for. And the crowd will go crazy because that's what they do. If I'm going to go on a winner here, guess what Tino is doing? Is doing AEW Revolution after lunch tomorrow. I have no idea who you're talking about, buddy. But okay, I vote for FTR. That's fine. I'm gonna go with Mox and Claudio to get the win here. That's what I'm going with. But I agree that with Chase, because this is what Chase had to say about this match. Them feuding is so random, but the match should be solid. I'm gonna say BCC, one, because he loves that being Tony. He loves keeping Mox strong. And 2, I don't know about Cash in a situation outside the ring. That's something also to factor in too. We don't know what's gonna happen with this whole situation that's going on outside the ring. He might be doing time, right? So you just keep that in consideration. So I'm gonna go, and I think Chase agrees with me in this one. We're gonna go with the Blackpool Combat Club here. From there, we go on to the TNT Championship match. We have Christian Cage defending the TNT Championship against Daniel Garcia. Now, Tony Khan in the media call yesterday put over Daniel Garcia, put him over big, right? How far he's come. And I think, honestly, this should be a fun match, right? I think a lot of us, again, still love this whole Christian Cage patriarchy thing that he's doing, even though I kind of feel like it's cooled off a little bit for my liking. But nevertheless, it should be a fun match. I'll be honest with you, I would love to see Daniel Garcia finally get a win here, right? I do think, for me, I would love to see Daniel Garcia get this moment, right? Because he's been around for such a long time, right? One of the uncrowned pillars, if you will, one of the AEW guys, if you get what I'm saying. But with that being said, something still tells me that, they're probably going to do another Adam Copeland versus Christian match out of this, right? So maybe at Double or Nothing or something. But so yeah, listen. I want to see Daniel Garcia get the win, but something tells me Christian might pull this off. All right, I'm gonna read you what Chase said here regarding Cage versus Garcia. This should be Garcia's moment to get a singles title. TK has been doing well with Garcia, but I don't know, with Copeland looming around, I don't see it happening. Oh, fuck. I'm going to stick with my gut. Danny Garcia, next champ. So Chase is going with Daniel Garcia. And you know what? Now that I think about it, right? If he's going with Daniel Garcia,
well, then I am too.
That's right. If he's going with Daniel Garcia, I'm going with them too. New champ. I think, you know what? Daniel Garcia wins it on Sunday night. We get a new TNT champion. He wins. We're going Sizzler. That's how it's going down. All right. So from there, we go on to Will Osprey versus Konosuke Takeshita, the battle of the Don Callis family. Now, you guys got to remember, right? Will Osprey became All Elite a couple of months ago. He's finally free from all his duties in New Japan. This is Will Osprey official debut match as an official full-time member of the AEW roster, right? And I expect this to be that match of the night. I guarantee you Dave Meltzer will give this match 6.5 stars because it's Will Osprey in the fucking match, right? I know on Wednesday night they had that thing where they both shook hands and they didn't let go of the grip. There's the little tension there, right? With that being said, I do see Will Osprey getting the win, which kind of sucks because Konosuke Takeshita has had momentum as well. It has been on a roll as well, right? You think about it, and it's like, I don't know what happened. I have no clue what, like, it's like they stopped this push, I feel like. They stopped. This match is going to go 40 minutes. I do agree with that, CPZ. This match could definitely go 40 minutes. But nevertheless, these two guys should go out there and kill it. No doubt about it. Likely, I agree with CPZ. This could go probably 40, 35 minutes, whatever the case may be. Meltzer will give it a 6.5 or almost 7-star match because Will Osprey, right? But as far as a winner goes, I see Will Osprey winning. I don't think we get the turn yet, though. I don't think we see the Don Callis family already turn on Will Osprey. I think we're gonna get there soon, but just not this Sunday at the pay-per-view. All right. This is what Chase had to say. Look, this is what he had to say about the match. And read you his quote here. All right, regarding Will Osprey and Konosuke Takeshita. And quote, "Oh, look, we get Will being able to show everyone that he is a good wrestler. Anywho, Osprey wins."
Anywho,
let's move on, right? Let's move on. Let me know in the chat who you guys have winning and all that stuff as well. From there, we go. And again, should be a fun match. Probably match of the night. No doubt about it. We go on to the second championship match here. We go for the Continental Crown Championship. We have Eddie Kingston defending all 3 belts against Bryan Danielson. Now, these two guys been going at it back and forth now for a while. Bryan does not respect Eddie Kingston for how he looks, how he handles, how he carries himself. He's just not a fan of it. He ain't with it. He's not with it at all, right? Eddie Kingston, though, again, how can you hate Eddie Kingston, right? When he gets on the microphone, he expresses real emotion, right? He expresses real emotion. You can't make it up. You can't, right? And obviously, Eddie Kingston has been on this roll where he's got wins almost against almost everyone, right? He's gotten wins over Moxley, Claudio, Bryan at one point or another. He's been on a roll. Now, if you guys remember on Wednesday in the 6-man tag and the Open Dynamite, Bryan Danielson put Eddie Kingston to sleep. Because of that, I just don't see him winning again. I'm going to go with Eddie Kingston to retain his title and continue on with this reign. Because let's be real about it, okay? The Triple Crown was made because of Eddie Kingston's fascination with being a Japanese wrestler, even though he's not a Japanese wrestler. He's a New Yorker, thinking in his mind that he's a Japanese Puroso wrestler. So Tony Khan, to fulfill that fantasy, created this Triple Crown. You know what I mean? So that's what this is. You know? So I'm going to go with Eddie Kingston to retain here. This is what Chase had to say. In quote, "I will accept being wrong on this. Bryan Danielson, his new run can't end with him not holding the title. Plus, things are going too good for Eddie Kingston. Eddie relates because he is in fact a loser. Life isn't perfect for him. I get this match is so he can finally get the respect of Danielson, but you're almost making Eddie too powerful. So I'm going to assume here he's going with Bryan Danielson here. So there you go. All right. From there, we have the AEW Women's World Championship match. We have Timeless Toni Storm defending the women's title against Deonna Purrazzo. Two friends who have history, right? I was there when Deonna Purrazzo made her debut, right, at Prudential, right? She called out Toni Storm. She interrupted Mariah May, right? They've been at each other's throat now for the last couple of weeks. It should be a fine match. Don't get me wrong. Give these two women 12, 15 minutes to go out there. I don't think Deonna Purrazzo wins the title, though. I think Toni Storm retains her title. And again, it should be a fun match, all you want. But I'm not sure what is the return time for Jamie Hayter. Because you already know, when Jamie Hayter comes back, we're getting that match. Jamie Hayter, Toni Storm, it's gonna fucking feed families. Literally, that's what the kids now say, right? Gonna feed some families here. So I'm going with Toni Storm to retain her title here. That's what I see happening here, right? This is what Chase had to say in quote. Cool, Toni Storm. Yeah. And then here's the thing, I love Deonna Purrazzo. She's my Jersey, again, she's my fellow New Jersey and my Jersey sister here. But again, it's still Tony time, okay? So let's just keep it a buck here. From there, we go to the International Championship. Orange Cassidy defending the championship against Roderick Strong of the Undisputed Kingdom. Can we just be honest here? I said this on SAD. I said this on numerous shows regarding, obviously, on SAD. This is the Undisputed Kingdom is the new damaged goods. They need a miracle. They do. And I do think it begins here, the bounce back, if you will, right? So that being said, and I said this weeks ago, Roderick Strong needs to beat Orange Cassidy just to give some type of credibility to this group. Because right now, this group is in the mud. This group, again, they are the new damaged goods. So you got to give Roderick Strong the win here. And again, you also have Wardlow winning that scramble match. So it starts that prophecy. It does. So I'm going to go with Roderick Strong to retain here. Chief writes here, long time no see, brother. What's going on, man? Orange Cena is still champion. Yeah, bro, he is still champion. It's crazy, right? It's been fucking crazy. He's still fucking champion, bro. It's insane. Let me see what Chase wrote here. And in quote here. This is what Chase said about this match, and quote, the I'm up good wrestler title, Roderick Strong, but who knows? TK loves Orange Cassidy. Yeah, that is very true. Tony Khan loves Orange Cassidy. Maybe he's still not ready to have Orange lose, but I think it's time, bro. If you really want to have the Undisputed Kingdom have some credibility here, you got to give them some wins. They got to hold some titles. So there's that too. Okay. From there, we go on to the AEW World Championship match. Hangman Adam, Samoa Joe defending the AEW World Championship against Hangman Adam Page and Swerve Strickland. How we got here is simple. We got here because Hangman Page and Swerve Strickland went to a 30-minute draw to determine the number one contender. On Dynamite this past Wednesday, they did the whole thing where Hangman was on a crutch, he couldn't go, and that was a lie. That was a total fucking lie, right? It's like Hangman's obsession is anyone except Swerve. It can't be Swerve. And that's where he's at right now. It can be anyone but Swerve. And it's for Swerve, again, it's crazy to think, right? How a couple years ago, he was wrestling on 205 Live, right? And now here he is in the co-main event, because obviously we know it's closing the show, but here he is competing for the world title, for a shot to become the world champion, right? It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. And I know a lot of people are getting behind Swerve, right? You watch these shows, you see people do the dance, right? The na-na dance. You see people doing it, right? People singing the song. You see a bunch of dudes who have no rhythm whatsoever doing the dance. But that's no here or there. I agree here. I want Swerve to win, to be honest, but I'll be surprised if Joe is a transitional champion. I think Joe will be transitional, but I don't think Swerve wins it right now. I think Swerve winning that belt will happen, in my opinion, at Double or Nothing. I do think what you do here, again, anyone but Swerve, right? Hangman has to do something here to literally, again, at this point, he's willing to do anything. What if Hangman Page wins the title and we go to Double or Nothing? Because again, Swerve has 2 wins over Hangman. And at Double or Nothing in Las Vegas, Swerve Strickland gets his moment and beats Hangman Adam Page. Imagine that scenario. Or they could just give it to Samoa Joe. He can retain the title and that's it, right? You can do that too. But I think for Samoa Joe right now, it's like I love Samoa Joe. I do. But it's like, you know what I mean? Again, badass, right? But then that's it. But for me, I'm gonna go, and this is gonna be a shock. It might not even happen, but I'm gonna go with Hangman Adam Page to become the new AEW World Champion. I'm gonna read here what Trace had to say regarding the world title match. Tale as old as times, 2 guys who hate each other, and it will lead to them costing each other this title match. It's crazy how they built up Joe as this big time world beater of a champion just for him to be a chicken shit, pretty much. At least he drops hard bars on the mic. That's what he said. I don't know who he's going with as a winner, but for me, I'm gonna say Hangman Adam Page because he snaps. And then we get to Double or Nothing is Swerve and Hangman again. And that's where Swerve gets his moment. So we'll see how that goes, right? I'm going to read some comments. This is from T and Couponer. I think Roderick becomes new champion. Undisputed Kingdom needs a champion. Absolutely. What if Page attacks Swerve before the match starts? That could happen too. That could happen. You just never know. From there, we get the main event. Because they did announce, I think it was the Observer, Wrestling Observer, who announced this, that Sting and Darby Allin defending the tag titles will be the main event as they defend the tag titles against the AEW EVPs of Matthew and Nicholas Jackson. That is your main event. It's fitting because it's Sting's last match. You're in Greensboro, in the same city, the same building where Sting became a big time name, right? Where Sting got put on the map. It's only fitting that you do it here, right? And I agree with Chase here. Chase said in his first sentence, I might be emotional during this match. I would be too. Bro, Sting was my childhood. Sting, I said this on SAD. When Sting came down from the rafters, what was it, on Wednesday night on Dynamite? Bro, elementary school me was smiling from ear to ear because I remember those days in WCW where he would come down from the rafters. Great times. He had the trench coat, like back in the day. God, it was crazy. Good times, right? Middle school me going into my high school years got to high school year me got to experience TNA Sting. You know what I mean? Like from 8th grade, I want to say high school me, yeah, from the 9th grade all the way through my senior year, hell, through parts of my early adulthood, I got to experience TNA Sting, right? I know a lot of people will probably say his AEW run, and listen, his AEW run has been good. Tony Khan has done good by Sting. But I said this yesterday on set. I'm going to say it again. If we're going to rank his runs, first is his WCW run, followed by his TNA run, followed by the AEW run, and then WWE last. That's how I would put it, honestly. Because I do think a lot of times, bro, people sleep on his TNA run. Go on TNA's YouTube channel. They uploaded a 3-hour video of the best of Sting in TNA. Whenever y'all get a chance, once this is over with, go watch that. Go watch it. It just brings back so much memories. It really, really does. But then we got this match, right? The EVPs, they are obviously now going very corporate here, right? They want to do his best for the company and all that stuff here. I know Ric Flair is going to be involved too. But as far as this match goes, listen, Sting is going into this match as a champion. Granted, it would have been nice to see him go for the world title. It would have been nice to see Sting have one singles match in AEW. But he never wanted to do that, and that's fine. It is what it is. Sting in AEW did a lot of crazy shit, bro. Dives off these balconies, these crazy bumps that no man at his age should be doing. But here he was. There he was. Jumping off the ladders and all that stuff. Fucking crazy. That being said, I know for a lot of people, it would be a thing where, oh my God, you gotta do what's right for business on the way out. You put over, you do the honors on the way out. I get that. That's old school wrestling. That's old school wrestling tradition. But I don't think that happens. I think Sting walks in as champion and he goes out as champion. Because it'd be fitting. Imagine him retiring as a champion. Imagine that. Sting retiring as champion. That's how you do the proper send-off for Sting in AEW. And yes, a lot of us will get emotional. A lot of us who followed this man's career from his time in WCW, from his time in TNA, right? And then there's that time in the Fed. It was what it was, right? You get to finally get, bro, it's going to be crazy, right? Yes, Ric Flair will be there. Ric Flair, everyone thought, oh, he's going to turn on Sting at the pay-per-view. Nope, didn't happen. So with that being said, I say Sting and Darby retain the titles here. And I agree with Chase here. Maybe, you know what? The week after you vacate the titles, right? They'll do some tournament or something. So we'll see what happens. T and Couponer writes here, give TNA credit for uploading videos at the right time. I agree, bro. Give them credit. I agree with your list, Steven. I appreciate that, T and Couponer. Appreciate that. Sting should main event. AW picked the right place to hold this. Yes, in Greensboro, North Carolina, the building where Ric Flair made him a star. Tony don't believe in those old time traditions on doing the honors, so I see Sting wins. I agree. I think Sting and Darby retain, and you know what? Sting gets the pinfall win. Even though, yeah, don't be surprised. Sting might want to lose, but I don't see it happening. And I don't think the Bucks would mind either. I don't think they would mind. Let me read you what Chase had to say here in quote. Not gonna lie, I might be emotional during this match. I would be too, Chase. I would be as well. Sting is a wrestler who I love for years, Chase. So have all of us. Uh, it's a bummer that he can't stay longer, but I respect all the time he has given us. That being said, Sting, don't put these fucks, don't put these fucks over. No, brother, remind people. No, brother, remind people what this is, what this business is about. Remember what Hogan did to you at Starrcade. Uh, Comment how they look like they're five. Sting, you can retire with a win, and in fact, they're going to win because Tony, he loves his tournaments and he will have a tournament for the vacant tag team titles. I also feel this version of the Bucks don't need the titles, as they can almost have a legit reason to feud with anyone when they want. So I'm going with Sting and Darby. I agree with that as well. I don't think they need the titles. I think they have other bigger things to do here. That being said, listen, Revolution, the way they built the show, I love it. I love it. It's not rushed. It's not a rush card here or anything like that. Tony took his time building the show. I expect this show to be a banger on Sunday night. I really, really do. So this is the plan, just to keep you guys and just to let you guys know again. The plan as of now is Sunday will be on the True Heel Heat YouTube channel to do the live watch along with Romeo and the gang. And then that same Sunday night, later on, you guys come back over here on this channel. We will do the live post show here on the channel. That's the plan for now. Again, that is the plan. Watch along on True Heel Heat Wrestling YouTube channel. And then after the show, you come over here for the live post show. All right? That's going to be the plan. Okay? That's the plan. All right? Let me know in the comments what match you're looking forward to and all that fun stuff. So many great matches and memories for Sting. Thank you, Sting. Thank you, buddy. Thank you. What time do you think the show will end? Brother, I have no clue. No tengo ni la menor idea. No tengo ni la menor idea. I have no idea. I would say the show's, well, there might be a 0 hour. There might be some matches for a 0 hour, which they don't even announce or anything. So I would say before midnight or little after midnight. So there's that. I know a lot of you might be tuning into the media scrum right after because you want to hear Tony say something crazy and stupid. I get that. But listen, you guys can do both. You guys can watch the media scrum and also listen to us. Okay? You can do both. So that's the plan Sunday on the channel. Okay? That is the plan. All right? So with that being said, guys, again, if you have not yet subscribed, what the fuck are you waiting for? Stop being a piece of shit. Subscribe to the channel right now. All right? Hit the thumbs up. Hit that bell notification. All right? Follow the Around the Point Network over on X. Okay? Follow us over on X. Stop being a piece of shit. Follow us on X at AT Point Network. Okay? Follow us there. We've been active on the channel. We've been active, just so you guys know. We've been active, okay? On Tuesday, we did an episode of Raw Rundown where we talked about Cody Rhodes, the Bloodline Hunter. We talked about that. On Monday, we did an episode of Steve's Kitchen where we talked about Triple H becoming the Booker of the Year, Mustafa Ali winning the X Division title at No Surrender from Chris Sabin. We talked about UFC Mexico that went down on Saturday night where Brandon Royval defeated Brandon Moreno in the main event. And in the co-main event, T-City Brian Ortega made Yair Rodriguez made him quit after rolling his ankle in the introduction, right? We talked about our thoughts on Elimination Chamber. We did a recap to that. We also gave our thoughts on Nick Nemeth and Matt Riddle winning gold over in New Japan Pro Wrestling. And of course, on Thursday, it was 2 Stream Thursday. The first stream of Thursday was sad. Something about Dynamite. We talked about Sting's final Dynamite, myself and Big Mike. And of course, last night at stream number 2, it was Impact Breakdown. Myself and CPZ, we talked about the Mustafa Ali X Division Championship inauguration ceremony that got interrupted by Chris Sabin, Kevin Knight, and Takeshita, and so much more. All right. So we've been active. We've been busy on the channel. We've been busy. We've been at it. All right. Subscribe, hit the bell notification, be notified when we go live, hit the thumbs up, share through social media. All right. Stop being a piece of shit. You guys are awesome as always. I love each and every single one of y'all as always. All right. AEW on the YouTube channel put an 8-hour video on Sting's run, as they should. Milk it. Milk the fuck out of it. I love it. I fucking do. All right. So again, you already know, post-show this Sunday after the pay-per-view. All right. You already know. Be there or else. All right. That's going to be it for me, for myself, for the gang. Thank you, Sting. This has been your AEW Revolution 2024 preview here on the Around the Point Network. Good night, everyone.
You fucking mark!